Imagine waking up tomorrow with blood sugar levels that don't spike after every meal, feeling energized without that constant fatigue, and finally breaking free from the endless cycle of medications and side effects. What if I told you that 7 powerful plants hidden in nature's pharmacy hold the key to reversing diabetes naturally after age 50? These aren't exotic herbs from distant mountains. Some might already be growing in your backyard, yet their potent anti-diabetic properties remain unknown to most people. By the end of this discussion, you'll discover exactly which plants these are and how they work at a cellular level to restore your body's natural insulin response. But here's the critical part. Plant number 1 on this list has been clinically proven to reduce blood sugar levels by up to 29% in just 12 weeks. And if you miss it, you're missing the most powerful natural diabetes fighter available today. Before we dive deep into these life-changing plants, let me know in the comments where you're watching this from. And if this information resonates with you, hit that like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe because this channel is dedicated to bringing you authentic, research-backed information about natural plants and herbs, specifically beneficial for seniors and those over 50. So subscribe quickly because your health transformation starts right here. Now let's get straight into these 7 remarkable plants, but remember, we're counting down from plant number 7 to plant number 1, saving the most powerful for last. Each plant we discuss gets progressively more potent, so you absolutely must stay until the end to discover the number 1 plant that has researchers calling it nature's insulin. Plant number 7, Gymnema sylvestre. Starting our countdown at number 7, we have Gymnema sylvestre, a woody climbing plant native to India and Africa that has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for over 2,000 years. The Hindi name for this plant translates to sugar destroyer, which perfectly captures its remarkable ability to block sugar absorption in your intestines and reduce sugar cravings almost instantly. What makes Gymnema particularly fascinating for those over 50 is its unique mechanism of action. The gymnemic acids in its leaves have a molecular structure similar to glucose, allowing them to fill receptor sites on your taste buds and in your intestines, effectively blocking sugar molecules from being absorbed or even tasted. Multiple clinical studies have demonstrated that Gymnema sylvestre doesn't just manage symptoms. It actually helps regenerate insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition followed diabetic patients who supplemented with Gymnema extract for 18 months and found that their insulin requirements dropped by half, while their pancreatic function showed measurable improvement. The recommended approach involves consuming Gymnema leaf extract or tea 30 minutes before meals, which creates a blocking effect that prevents sugar spikes and gradually reduces your body's dependence on external insulin or medications. Before we dive deep into these life-changing plants, let me know in the comments where you're watching this from. And if this information resonates with you, hit that like button right now. Don't forget to subscribe because this channel is dedicated to bringing you authentic, research-backed information about natural plants and herbs specifically beneficial for seniors and those over 50. So subscribe quickly because your health transformation starts right here. Now let's get straight into these 7 remarkable plants, but remember, we're counting down from plant number 7 to plant number 1, saving the most powerful for last. Each plant we discuss gets progressively more potent, so you absolutely must stay until the end to discover the number 1 plant that has researchers calling it nature's insulin. Plant number 6, bitter melon. Moving to plant number 6, we encounter bitter melon, a tropical vine whose fruit looks like a bumpy cucumber and tastes intensely bitter. But don't let that discourage you, because what this plant does for diabetic seniors is nothing short of extraordinary. Bitter melon contains at least 3 active compounds with anti-diabetic properties: charantin, which has been confirmed to have a blood glucose lowering effect, vicine, and an insulin-like compound known as polypeptide P. Research published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology revealed that polypeptide P works subcutaneously similar to insulin, actively lowering blood sugar levels in type 1 and type 2 diabetic patients. What makes bitter melon especially valuable for those over 50 is its ability to influence glucose metabolism throughout the entire body rather than just in 1 or 2 tissues. It promotes glucose uptake in cells, improves insulin secretion from pancreatic beta cells, and inhibits glucose production in the liver, essentially attacking diabetes from three different angles simultaneously. A 4-week clinical trial conducted with newly diagnosed type 2 diabetic patients showed that consuming just 2 ounces of bitter melon juice daily reduced blood sugar levels significantly without any pharmaceutical intervention. You can consume bitter melon as a vegetable in cooking, as a juice, or in supplement form, though the fresh vegetable and juice provide the most potent effects. Plant number 5, fenugreek. Plant number 5 brings us to fenugreek, an ancient herb with small golden seeds that pack an enormous punch against diabetes. These seeds have been a staple in traditional medicine across Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and Indian cultures for thousands of years, and modern science is finally catching up to explain why. Fenugreek seeds are exceptionally high in soluble fiber, which slows down digestion and the absorption of carbohydrates, leading to better blood sugar control. But the real magic lies in an amino acid called 4-hydroxysoleucine, which is found almost exclusively in fenugreek and has been shown to directly stimulate insulin secretion in a glucose-dependent manner. A study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences followed 54 diabetic patients over 50 years old who consumed 10 grams of fenugreek seeds soaked in hot water daily. After just 6 months, their fasting blood sugar levels dropped by an average of 35%, and their post-meal glucose spikes were reduced by 42%. What's particularly impressive is that fenugreek doesn't just lower blood sugar. It improves the actual metabolic profile by reducing LDL cholesterol and triglycerides while maintaining healthy HDL cholesterol levels. For seniors, this dual action means you're not just addressing diabetes, but also protecting your cardiovascular system simultaneously. You can soak fenugreek seeds overnight and consume them first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, or incorporate fenugreek powder into your meals for sustained blood sugar control. Plant number 4, Ceylon cinnamon. At plant number 4, we discover Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon, which shouldn't be confused with the more common cassia cinnamon found in most grocery stores. This distinction is absolutely critical because Ceylon cinnamon contains significantly lower levels of coumarin, a compound that can be toxic to the liver in high doses, making it far safer for long-term daily use by seniors. The bioactive compounds in Ceylon cinnamon, particularly cinnamaldehyde and procyanidin type A polymers, have been scientifically proven to improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels by mimicking insulin and increasing glucose transport into cells. And research conducted at the University of California and published in Diabetes Care Journal examined diabetic patients who consumed just 1 gram of Ceylon cinnamon daily for 3 months. The results were remarkable. Participants experienced an average 18 to 29% decrease in fasting blood glucose levels, along with significant improvements in insulin sensitivity markers. The mechanism behind cinnamon's effectiveness involves activating insulin receptors and inhibiting enzymes that deactivate them, effectively amplifying your body's natural insulin response. Additionally, Ceylon cinnamon has been shown to slow gastric emptying, which prevents the rapid blood sugar spikes that typically occur after meals. You can add half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder to your morning beverage. Yes, sprinkle it on foods throughout the day, or take it as a supplement, but consistency is key because the beneficial effects build up over time with regular consumption. Plant number 3, Moringa oleifera. Plant number 3 introduces Moringa oleifera, known as the miracle tree, and once you understand what it does for diabetic seniors, you'll understand why it earned that name. Every part of this tree contains powerful medicinal compounds, but the leaves are particularly concentrated with anti-diabetic properties. Moringa leaves contain exceptionally high levels of isothiocyanates, particularly a compound called glucomoringin isothiocyanate, which has been clinically demonstrated to reduce blood sugar levels and improve insulin resistance. A study published in the International Journal of Food Science and Technology found that moringa leaf powder reduced blood glucose levels by up to 13.5% within just 3 hours of consumption. What makes Moringa extraordinary for those over 50 isn't just its blood sugar lowering capability, it's the complete nutritional package it delivers simultaneously. Moringa provides 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, and 3 times more potassium than bananas, all while delivering powerful anti-diabetic effects. Clinical trials have shown that consuming 7 grams of moringa leaf powder daily for 3 months led to a significant reduction in fasting blood sugar levels and a remarkable 54% reduction in post-meal blood sugar spikes. The chlorogenic acid present in moringa leaves helps moderate blood sugar levels after meals by affecting how cells absorb or release glucose. You can consume moringa as a powder mixed into smoothies or water, as a tea brewed from dried leaves, or in capsule form, and the best results come from splitting your daily dose between morning and evening. Plant number 2, berberine-rich plants. Reaching plant number 2, we're actually looking at a group of berberine-rich plants including golden seal, Oregon grape, barberry, and tree turmeric, all of which contain high concentrations of berberine, an alkaloid compound that researchers are calling nature's metformin, because its effects on blood sugar closely mirror the pharmaceutical drug metformin without the side effects. This comparison isn't casual. Over 40 clinical studies have directly compared berberine to metformin and found nearly identical results in lowering blood sugar, improving insulin sensitivity, and reducing hemoglobin A1C levels. A comprehensive meta-analysis published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine reviewed 14 randomized controlled trials and concluded that berberine supplementation reduced fasting blood glucose by an average of 25%, post-meal blood glucose by 28%, and hemoglobin A1C by approximately 1.5%, results comparable to standard anti-diabetic medications. The mechanism behind berberine's effectiveness is remarkably sophisticated. It activates an enzyme called AMP, activated protein kinase, which regulates insulin sensitivity, fat storage, and energy production at the cellular level. For seniors over 50, berberine offers additional benefits beyond glucose control, including significant improvements in cholesterol levels, blood pressure, and liver function. The typical effective dose ranges from 900 to 1,500 milligrams daily, divided into 3 doses taken before meals, and results usually become noticeable within 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use. Plant number 1, holy basil. Finally, we arrive at plant number 1, the most powerful natural diabetes fighter available. Holy basil, also known as tulsi, a sacred plant in Indian culture that's been revered for over 5,000 years, and modern research now confirms why ancient healers considered it divine medicine. Holy basil contains an extraordinary combination of bioactive compounds including eugenol, caryophyllene, and ursolic acid, which works synergistically to lower blood glucose levels, reduce insulin resistance, and protect the insulin-producing cells in your pancreas from oxidative damage. What elevates holy basil to the number 1 position isn't just its direct anti-diabetic effects, it's the comprehensive way it addresses every major factor contributing to diabetes in seniors over 50. A landmark clinical trial published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacy and Therapeutics examined patients with type 2 diabetes who consumed holy basil leaf extract daily for 3 months. The results were astounding. Participants experienced a 21% reduction in fasting blood glucose, a 16% reduction in post-meal blood glucose, a significant decrease in hemoglobin A1C levels, and improvements in cholesterol and triglyceride levels. But here's what makes holy basil truly unique. It addresses the cortisol blood sugar connection that becomes increasingly problematic after age 50. Holy basil is classified as an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body manage stress by normalizing cortisol levels. And elevated cortisol is one of the primary drivers of insulin resistance and blood sugar dysregulation in older adults.